Guys, it's Jason.
It's Johnston.
It's Mike.
And we're Destiny Investors, and we're going to give you a brief rundown of the GDC presentation.
So pretty much we're going to talk about this Alaskan pipeline that Bungie has showed us. And what it shows us is how Halo is represented through, imagery, work, and etc. So pretty much Halo 1's exploration is the main feature for Destiny. And most of these things happen, for the reason of, what Halo 2 is going to be, Halo 3, Halo Reach. They wanted that sense of exploration, but they didn't really fulfill that type of thing. So, players pretty much run through the artwork that artists have made, like it's just like a one-time thing, and they don't revisit. So Destiny provides that type of thing where you actually go back to that same set piece or art and you just do different stuff in there, and that's what they really truly admire, and it's pretty good. So Jason,
we're also going to be talking about the pillars of Destiny and what makes Destiny.
So Destiny is hopeful and inviting world, and it's really just a world that gives fun and opportunities, and pretty much gives this aspect of mystery. And mystery has been applied in Halo Combat Evolved, and the sense of mystery of enemies and new weapons and a bunch of quests and exploration really gives that type of opportunity to think about. And it's a very good idea for Bungie to make this world. So this idealized reality that they mentioned is this sense that pretty much it's more or less your world, and you're making your own decisions doing so. So it's that idealized reality, making that this is your story, and it's not decided, it's not created by Bungie or anything. So this reality is this sort of it's tailored to be your own. So Michael, go on.
What are the other pillars filled with mystery and adventure? It's a lot of quests, lots of guns, swords, magic, all this new stuff, monsters, and most importantly, you're together doing quests with other people. The fact that you just meet a random person on the road is amazing. I feel like Bungie is doing a great job doing that. I mean, the next pillar, where you can become a legend. This is your own story. This isn't anybody else's, this is your own. I feel like you're going to make a legend yourself. And the thing is, there isn't just going to be one legend. There's one in a million, and we're all going to be one legend.
Pillar 1 is hopeful and inviting, such as new things, theories, and whatever you can do to make your game better. It's a mysterious world they can explore, and it takes time. I don't know how long. It's on your own time, basically. Whatever you want to do. It creates what you want to do and what you want to do.
Wait, what you want to do and what you want to do. Basically, do what you want to do.
Exactly. It also, hopefully, can create your own weapons, such as in Dead Space, but I don't know. It's Bungie making their own game, not trying to rip off other games. Ancient weapons, shields, and cool pets are involved, such as space tigers. You can ride as horses, for example. I don't know. Like Michael loves his horses.
You mean ponies?
Fuck
Get
you.
it right, bitch.
It has heroes and monsters, and people, civilians. I don't know.
Retard people.
Retarded ass Johnsons. Giant frogs you can team up and kill. That's great. How about that? You can team up and kill giant frogs. Kind of reminds me of Skyrim, where you can team up and kill dragons, but I don't know if that's the same genre as they're making it. There are ancient ruins you can explore on your own time with sci-fi weapons. Sort of reminds me of Assassin's Creed, when you just run up and try to find new things. But in this, you get actually weapons unlike the knives and shit. They brought a brand new mix of mythology and sci-fi, bringing a whole new genre called mythic sci-fi. What this is, I'm not sure, but Bungie's going with it, and hopefully it's a good thing. They're experimenting with this new mix, seeing what works and what doesn't. What was more sci-fi and what is more mythic. This is Bungie's thing. Who knows if it's gonna be successful or not. But you're gonna explore like abandoned colonies on Europa, a new city, whatever, crumbling alien colonies, and Venus trying to find and match up. Maybe with your teammates, your friends, party players, whatever. And this basically is gonna add up as more fun Bungie's trying to involve people in with. Then you're finally getting amazing armor, weapons, pets, vehicles, and friends working together, not against each other, but with each other. Such as Borderlands, we just hop in, play with people, try to take on quests and other shit. Who knows? This could be a fun game. Trust me. Fun game. Giggity. Destiny's a big challenge is defining the center of the world, sorta like in the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth, but I don't think that's the right thing here. You can have a bunch of awesome concept art with no meaning, such as just like I was trying to explain, Journey to the Center of the World. Anyway, it is also exploring the fantasy genre, such as some random things such as magic, like Lord of the Rings, a beautiful city that you can rest after your adventures surrounded by darkness and you need to protect. Sounds a lot to me like Lord of the Rings, eh? They also set themselves to exploring the sci-fi genre. Spaceships, making a castle, and mixing two genres together. So they're trying to basically mindfuck you guys with Lord of the Rings and like Halo.
I mean, basically it's mythology and sci-fi fucking each other, making a baby. That's how I see it.
Sounds fun to me.
I mean, fucking's fun.
So the pictures that they're going to give us right now is pretty much in the GDC presentation, and pretty much we're going to show you these little pictures, which we are doing currently right now. And first they narrowed it down to a space station, a massive ship, center of a spaceship. So this is a hangar where you show off your armor, your weapons, and your items on these personal spaceships that you build. You'll also find alien artifacts, alien artifact right in the middle, and the art inside the artifact became so sci-fi that they really scratched it off, and they decided to, you know, explore a city on Earth itself, you know, a place where it's familiar, and they chose to design the city. By designing the city, they chose, oh, how do you do this? How do you attract people to play this game and see what the city is about? So they choose something like this white sphere, and what Michael, Jason, and I came up with last video and other times, we pretty much were thinking that the white sphere is this dead traveler, but it's called the Traveler. It's an entity, part of the Traveler, kind of like a Horcrux from Harry Potter. But beneath it, there are player ships, buildings, and etc. And there's this huge ass wall, knowing that there's so many bad guys. So pretty much it gives us the message that it's the last safe city, we gotta keep it out, we gotta protect it, and pretty much there's also a tower where people can trade, they can tell stories, and gear up for their next adventure. And it's just there to hang out, relax, socialize, and pretty much there's a tower, which includes a hangar, storing your personal ship, kind of like Star Wars. There's hella hangars in Star Wars, I don't get why. And that's pretty much it. So, Pillar 2, I'm going to cover here is idealized reality. So, what we're going to give you is pretty much the Western, the mood, the palettes, and the costumes. So, we're giving you this type of detail for composition, lighting, mood, cinematography. They're also giving you inventiveness, imagination, set design, humor, and ancient maps. Because you need a little bit of humor in the game. It will kill the game if it's just too damn serious. Sometimes it should be too damn serious, but if it fits this type of game where it's a first-person shooter, mostly, well, not really a first-person shooter. I think it's just a shooter in general, but it needs to have some type of humor to actually attract a lot of people, and their ancient maps. John Harris has this type of abstract imagery that attracted Bungie, and they gave this feeling of organic elements mixed with monolithic shapes that Bungie is going to also introduce to Destiny. And the architecture, the landscapes, the dark, gritty moods and stuff. And they also base on a lot of surrealism, things that feel really timeless. And they also base on Japanese characters, also like anime style armor, vehicles. So Destiny's biggest challenge is unifying influences to educate and direct your team. And pretty much what they're saying is that you gotta have a leader, and to lead you have to take initiative, and that applies in real life and all that stuff, but it's a game, so it's a lot easier said than done. So there's these aged palettes that give colors to your weapons, vehicles, and a lot of history. So the post effects such as color correction, vignette, tone mapping, and chromatic aberration. It's like a full screen blown like light streak, so basically you're feeling that you're in this same world. So Bungie has confirmed a lot of these character designs and also maps and stuff. So we're taking a look at this one right here, and it's called the Black Garden, and it's been confirmed for a while, and Bungie has been making these character designs with these postcards, and postcards are pretty much the ones where no one's really taking initiative, but people are getting trusted by these other people that will accept if they should be taken out or they should actually have them in the game. So we're going to look at these confirmed places. We're going to look at a dead forest of Mars and giant onyx pyramid ships. It's not exactly a place, but damn, I want to have one of those ships. So Pillar 3 is mystery and adventure, and pretty much all you have is this Halo 1 type of feel where you're going to explore. So pretty much after Earth, humans decided to go to the moon, because, you know, who doesn't want to go to the moon? We never went to the moon, so we're going to explore it. So pretty much humans explored an abandoned moon base, and if you follow the lights in there, you'll find a giant alien hellmouth in the lunar surface. So pretty much there's like a dark army, and it has conquest and corruption, an evil army pretty much where you have to defeat. So it gives you a lot of set pieces and places. There's jungle choked towers for the Mumbai push, flooded streets of Chicago where Joe Staten fucking made a joke about Oprah in Chicago. And there's a frozen city occupied by army of machines and skyscrapers becoming dungeons. So these are the places that Bungie has been giving us these new artwork, and yeah, the GDC has impressed us. So Destiny's challenge too is narrowing their focus, transitioning, and their concept art becoming to production. We see a lot of their concept art. There's so much given, and yet how do they transform that into actual game production? It's like you're actually making comics, you're drawing out characters, but you don't know how to animate them properly. It's like that. So the unifying visual theme is this nature ascendant, that pretty much that human civilization has been lost for decades, years, hundreds of years, and pretty much Bungie has made these postcards to, like I said, to define mood, palette, and fiction. And they'll have world building tools, shared workspace for artists and designers. So these postcards actually talk about what they're designing, characters, places, spaceships and whatnot. So there is a lot of these screenshots about engines and technology, because we need these type to tell us that humanity has discovered technology to help itself. So another big challenge for them is populating the world, and since there are multiple enemies, and also there are units and same race, so there would be like different hierarchy. And here they provide early sketches here. This one is the Vex, and they also give materials of the Vex, and they're more robotic, and how they come out of the water. They have like one big red eye, and how they are developed into groups. So here we have the Hive, which are undead royalty, and they have ancient armor inside, and they're pretty much the space zombies in pretty much what Jason's favorite game, Dead Space. And
alright.
And it's one of the things that people are attracted to, undead zombies. Who doesn't like shooting down fucking hordes of zombies? I do.
Unlike the Flood.
Pretty much. So here we have the Fallen. And the Fallen are these pretty much mechs that have 4 arms, and they look spider-like, and they come in tanks and a lot of technology.
I mean, it was told that the Fallen was once part of a noble family, and I guess they disappeared and they split into nomads.
Also kind of looks like the ATT Star Wars ship, if you guys know what I'm saying. It's like the transporter vehicle, but also at the same time a big tank.
Okay, so here Michael's going to talk about Pillar 4.
Pillar 4, I mean, where you become a legend. Another challenge for Destiny is from one hero to millions. You have the human race. Here's a picture of a sexy looking girl. You have Awoken. These are exotic, beautiful, mysterious beasts. I guess you can say elves, vampires, ghosts, angels. There's another sexy picture of an angel. Big tits. Nice and firm. And here's Exo. And I like this the most. They're sinister, powerful, and tireless. I guess you can say the Hive is undead, but they're fucking weak. Master Chief, strong. Terminator, tireless. Here's a picture of the Exo, slumped after a huge battle, I guess you can say.
So here's a little bit of a joke that Bungie made. They were a little bit into it, so they made Tiger Man. I think this is probably pretty funny. Tiger Man, noble, bestial, and wise.
Looks like a retired version of like a...
Here's Tiger Man in a suit. Like his tie.
Looks like a retarded ass wolf man.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it because he was busy in The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, he didn't make the cut. Alright.
So what they're gonna introduce is fashion, and pretty much what we want. And they're pretty much researching on fashion, hair, and accessories. So these things are very important. They want us to be diverse. We want to be unique. We want to have these looks, and pretty much, you know, tattoos, and different hairstyles. Because we don't want to be fucking bald or like have this shitty hairstyle that fucking they gave us as game default. They want to give us like other of assortments.
And here's the Titan. I mean, he's a badass future-looking soldier. You know, I want to put some tattoos on him, put some of that football, facial mask shit, make him look tough, you know?
Kind of also reminds me of Borderlands, the way you can accessorize your character with hairstyles, skins, whatever.
And look, this is the Hunter, Piercy's class.
Alright.
Fast and stealthy, like in bed.
She don't know what's coming.
So the Warlock is pretty much the Gandalf or the freaking
wise one,
or the Obi-Wan Kenobi, and they're pretty much badasses with guns that can fucking shoot out magic.
Yeah, they're not like Obi-Wan with a lightsaber. They have a fucking gun and they have the Force.
Use
Force. They're not like Gandalf with a fucking stick. They're a freaking Warlock with a gun. Don't fuck with him.
So basically, if you haven't played Borderlands 2 or anything Borderlands related, the girl version, I guess. I forgot her name. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking
List
about.
it in the comments below. So we're gonna give you character designs, and pretty much, these are really early Titan designs. This is what they look like and their armor, and we're gonna go to the Hunter designs, where they're like more like loose fitting. They're capes and they're like assassins. They're like sniper. They're pretty much snipers. Like, you know those in Call of Duty, right? They have those like raggy,
loose camouflage raggy bags of shit. Yeah, that people can't see.
Ghillie suits, pretty much. And they're trying to apply that for hunters. So we're gonna talk about the space wizards or the warlocks. And the warlocks look like fucking Jawas, or assassin Jawas.
Hey guys, look at the top. I mean, not the top. The one to the right, the second to the right. Is it just me, or does he just look badass, just like the Titans?
Yeah.
I mean,
his cloak is amazing.
His helmet, that really just sets him apart from everybody else.
Yeah, he looks like an assassin. He looks like a hunter mixed with Titan and fucking. Oh my god.
Kind of looks like a Tusken Raider.
Let's look at these different cloaks.
So these look like real life designs. He'll be probably selling these, pretty much. I've looked at them. They look real.
Hell, I'd buy one of these. I look like a nerd in school, but fuck it.
Kind of looks like the Assassin's Creed 3 hoodie you can buy.
Assassin's Creed 3 hoodie sucks dick. This is original.
So then we're gonna have, you know, the weapons, and these are the probably the default weapons that they'll show.
You see the handguns, the assault rifles, and the light machine guns. You know, the basic weapons.
And SMG.
Okay, so here are the sniper rifles, the shotguns.
And
pretty
here
standard
come the
stuff.
big boys.
The rocket launchers.
And the heavy machine guns. Boom.
Yep. They're probably for the Exos and for the Titans.
The fat motherfuckers.
And the Cabal. Don't worry. Cabal might have those.
Yeah, like I said, the big motherfuckers.
Right, and here are the rare exotic weapons that you've all been waiting for.
So, the first one's probably a handgun looking thing. It's called the Thorn. And Michael here will give you this submachine gun looking weapon.
This submachine gun looking weapon is called Infinity. I find it pretty weird the way it's designed. It looks like a handheld machine pistol. They never told us what the bottom one is, but they said it's badass, and you know what, I'm just gonna agree with them.
So the bottom one looks like it fuck bitches though. Just saying.
Alright, now we're gonna look at ugly ass monsters.
So that's the final form, the Vex. They can change it if they want. They're still in development, but still. And here are the Fallen.
Man.
And the Fallen, they look like they can fuck people up. They're fat. They look like they're fast. They're strong. They have decent amount of armor. They have enough speed and agility.
They have 4 hands, and they look like they could be stealthy. You know, the cape look just automatically makes you look stealthy.
Batman.
Looks like
Batman.
Also, kind of looks like the elite version.
Yeah, pretty much elites, sang aliens.
And this is the Cabal. I mean, the juggernaut of all the enemies. The one with the most armor, the one who can take the most hits. Basically, the meat shield.
Maybe the Hunter of Halo formed into
a brute.
Exactly, for Destiny.
Except he can wield a big ass weapon, and he doesn't have a shield, but he has, I'm telling you, a lot more
lot of armor.
A lot.
So we're gonna have the Hive, and we got a good looking picture of the Hive here. It gives us a depiction of Mass Effect's Hus, which are known to be in groups that are very deadly. They're space zombies, so technically in Mass Effect they're also space zombies, and they'll come in hordes, and you don't want to be fucked up by these kind of guys.
Like the Necromorph from Dead Space.
Yep.
The thing is that it has ancient armor. It actually has armor in it, and if they're in hordes, you're gonna get fucked up. So make sure you're in a group and you're not alone with these fellas, because you don't want to die. And let's
or
look
just
at
use the big fuck up weapon. No one knows what the name is.
Right, that too. And here's a look of one of the final forms of the heroes.
So here we got the Titan, a knight-looking person from the medieval times. Really, it's
Destiny's
just
Master Chief.
Pretty much, Destiny's Master Chief. And we're gonna look at the Space Wizard!
Before we do that, I mean, look at his armor. It looks like a mix of science fiction with mythology also. As you can see here, this looks like a paladin, sort of, you know,
yeah,
mythology
paladin
stuff. And I think that looks cool. Alright, now to the Warlock.
So the Warlock, he pretty much has a shotgun. He's like a vanguard.
Hey, this is a sniper rifle. You can see the scope right here, and it's a long barrel. This is
oh my
strange.
god. Oh my, he's a sniper too? Wow.
I really, you know, you don't expect a Warlock who uses magic, so I'd expect him to hold an SMG or a pistol.
A shotgun.
So he could use his, you know, hand to freaking blow people away or something.
Like Vanguard from Mass Effect, just saying. So then we have the Hunter. We don't really have a good little screenshot of him, but he is pretty badass.
Another fuck up. Who's going to fuck you up?
Yeah,
pretty
he's
much
quick, stealthy, and he holds a sniper most of the time, so
yeah,
watch your head.
So 3 of them together, they look pretty good. I'd say I would go with the guy at the end at the right.
The Warlock.
The Warlock.
You know, I like the Titan. I think he's the meat shield of the group, but I think he's a great player. I think he's going to be the one who's going to take out most of the guys. He's going to be the one to sacrifice himself for the group. I think that's what's going to happen. And the Hunter's going to be the little bitch sniping places, and he'll be the only one getting the treasure.
So that's about what we're going to wrap up. And I hope you guys enjoyed our little brief rundown, even though it's pretty long. But it's better than like an hour, so thanks guys for watching, and we're Destiny Investors, and we're out.
Subscribe.
I think we need to do it one more time.